3 sprints left to go this season as we come to 5 red lights here in the USA. Lights out, away we go. Good start from Piastri, a good start from Hamilton too. Russell in the background. West covers Hamilton off going in towards turn 1. West trying the inside on Oscar Piastri, but not quite to be. Contact in the background. 3 wide down the order as Sonny Hayes and also Josh Pierce going through into 4th position. A bit of side-by-side action already, and well, this is all going a bit too processional. Going up and down the order. But West in 2nd place, Piastri up the top, Hamilton following behind in 3rd. But Max Verstappen, after the start, it's been a poor start from Max Verstappen, down in 11th position. But Piastri leads the sprint so far, and a good getaway it's been for the Australian, who's really in the need of some championship points. Looking down the order then, Joshua Pierce up in P4, George Russell trying to follow in behind. Let's see how this turns out as we come up towards the long left-hander. Pierce trying to defend, Norris looking towards the inside, and well, Pierce might give the move up, but it's not quite to be. Joshua Pierce concedes position and George Russell goes up to P4 in the Grand Prix. Well, what a good first lap that was. Piastri, though, leads the way from West. Hamilton, Russell, Pierce, Norris, Antonelli, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Ocon, and then Max Verstappen looking towards the inside of the last corner. And, well, here at the Circuit of the Americas, anything can happen. Let's have a look then as we come towards turn number 1. West to the inside. Piastri tries to shut the door and he doesn't quite get it this time. West to the outside, going through the first few corners of the racetrack. Now through the left and right handers. West has to go wide, and now this might be a huge moment for West, and now he has to back out, and now Hamilton is right on the back of Oscar Piastri. It wasn't quite going to work out there, but Oscar Piastri holds the lead. Hamilton's still in behind, and well, it's not to be there on the racetrack for West. But the top 3 covered by just under half a second and a half. And now down the straight, DRS will now be open. West, we're going to run all the way down towards the final, towards the end of the first DRS zone here. And is it quite to be? I don't think so this time. Not quite here, not quite close enough for West. And well then, coming through the left-hander of 15, and well, Oscar Piastri has to shut the door again. And well, Hamilton still in the background, still maybe having a look. He is, well, they're all level on points, 282, West and Verstappen and Hamilton as well. Going into the last corner, West having a look and having a little look down the inside on Oscar Piastri, but now Hamilton is going to be pouncing upon this opportunity. Lewis Hamilton coming up towards turn 1 we go, and now to the outside he tries it. Lewis Hamilton, West tries to cover him off and push him all the way to the outside. Hamilton can't quite make it, the move stick, but it is all too good for Lewis Hamilton there, and West holds him out as we come through the left and right handers for the first few section of corners, and then up towards turn 9, this left-hander. But Oscar Piastri still holds out the lead in this sprint. And well, this top 3 in the championship is getting interesting. Very, very interesting, in fact. And well, West, I think, has popped out of DRS range ever so slightly. But, well, it's West on 282 right now. Verstappen on 281. And Hamilton on 281 as well. Actually, sorry, Verstappen 282, West 282, I believe, as well. And then Hamilton on 280, and West to the inside, has to cover off Lewis Hamilton, goes a bit deep. Hamilton might try the undercut, but not quite to be for Lewis Hamilton there. And well, Max Verstappen up to P9, and well, he is really looking to try and bring back that lead. Look at Alonso and Sainz in the background, and almost there for Carlos Sainz, but Max Verstappen down in P9 at the moment. He's not been at the races in the past few rounds of the World Championship, and well, he really needs some big results and some big points here today. Where's West? And well, West is on the back of Oscar Piastri now. DRS open, so is Hamilton. Looking up towards turn number 1. No one trying a move this time. But West is still on the back of Oscar Piastri in the sprint. Remember, 8 points for the winner. It could be quite big, as Piastri is 19 points at the minute behind Lewis Hamilton in the World Championship. It will bring down to 17 if it was to stay as it stands. Well, it will have to be, remains to be seen as to how these next few laps will go. Norris in the meantime, P5. George Russell currently separating. Apex GP getting some big points of Joshua Pierce too. West now will have DRS. An excellent run out the last corner. Looking towards the inside. Going towards the left-hander. End of the DRS zone. Pushes Piastri all the way around. Piastri has the grip and finds the grip. West has to take an acuter angle and Piastri pushes him wide again. Now side by side we go. On lap 4 through the tight and twisty section. West to the inside once more. Going to try and push Piastri all the way to the outside. Has to take an acuter angle. And well, Piastri does get the move done. They're going to remain side by side going through the right-handers. Hamilton's also having a sniff going through the corners too. But Piastri holds out the lead. And well, West still on the gearbox of Oscar Piastri, but not quite to be. And in the meantime, it looks all too easy for Oscar Piastri. The McLaren's just got the pace today. But now, as we look towards turn 1, West's going to dive all the way to the inside. I don't think he's going to have the room. Oscar Piastri shuts the door. Hamilton's going to try the outside again and maybe get the traction. But the two Ferraris very, very even coming off turn number 1. And well, as we come down through 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, Oscar Piastri still holds out. And well, we'll have a look down the order a bit more. Joshua Pierce is holding off Yuki Tsunoda very nicely. And well, big 3 points it would be for Oscar Piastri. And I think there was a move looking down towards turn 11 on the racetrack. And the DRS zone is all the way up the back straight now. DRS from both West and Hamilton on Oscar Piastri. Is it going to be a late lunge by West? It is going to be a late lunge by West, and Piastri doesn't quite see it coming yet, but he's far enough in front to hold him off. West is really trying it. Everyone's picked the medium as their tyre of choice. There's no real changes in what's going to happen, and Piastri sees the inside and sees West coming, blocks him off. West going a little bit wide. And Hamilton on the inside on West, and it wasn't quite to be there. Hamilton still going. And well, Lewis Hamilton might be starting to see his World Championship hopes come alive here. He knows he's an established frontrunner now at the top of the field. And well, we will have to see. He's closer to West this time, though. A lot closer to West. But Oscar Piastri starting to run away with it. Well, as we come through the corners now, West and Hamilton. I mean, you see Hamilton taking a wider line. West trying to take more speed, but you see the difference in lines between the two Ferraris and how the drivers attack it. Very, very interesting lines. One for the data analysts a bit later on. Verstappen, no, up to P8 in the race. Let's go down and have a look at Max Verstappen. I think he's, well, still our championship leader, level on points to West with 282 at the minute. Yuki Tsunoda might start to feel the pressure. And well, looking in the background, looking at Verstappen on Tsunoda, and Verstappen trying to push Tsunoda all the way. He did this to Lando Norris last year, and Verstappen's up to P7, and now this is a perfect opportunity for Max Verstappen to keep picking up more points. The more he progresses through the field, he's going to have some incredible points, and he needs to try and keep it. And is that Verstappen going slowly? He is going slowly! Verstappen! And that's his engine gone, surely. And Verstappen's slowing up, and I think this could be a huge moment for him in the World Championship. I think he's used all his engines this year as well, but he's had an engine blowout. And now Max Verstappen's going to peel off and park. And that is a huge moment in the World Championship for Max Verstappen. Will he be able to take part in qualifying later? We'll see. But Max Verstappen out of the race. And there's a cheer that's gone around the grandstands as well for Verstappen. But all the Ferrari and McLaren fans supporting West, Hamilton and Piastri. The front three then are loving this news. And Hamilton's already on the pressure of his teammate. West goes deep and Hamilton's now going to be side by side going through. And up the straight we go. Hamilton right on the gearbox of West. Pulls to the left-hand side. West's going to push him all the way. We're now down towards turn number 12. Hamilton takes second place in the race. And West will try to come back at him now. What a sprint we've had so far. And Max Verstappen retiring from the sprint is going to be a huge moment for the rest of the weekend. It will have implications all the way up and down the grid. But Max Verstappen surely will be maybe ruining the extra points that he's lost out today. But Hamilton is still keeping West behind. He's still in second place and now he's got 3 laps to hold on to maybe try and take the championship lead or go level with West here. Might this be the time? No DRS for Hamilton. West tries to pull to the left-hand side, but then ducks over to the right. And he gets the move done before even turn 1 arrives. And, well, goes a bit deep. Hamilton holds out position. This time, it's all perfect in the books for Lewis Hamilton. 1.8 seconds the gap, and West is really trying to find some time, but it's not quite to be. Russell, Norris, Pierce, Alonso, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg signs the top 10. Of course, Tsunoda the last points playing position in 8th. And well, it's another nightmare weekend for Red Bull, and West goes very deep and almost clips the back of Lewis Hamilton and loses the front wing in the process. But George Russell also on the mix and maybe could be in the shout for a podium here, but Hamilton under pressure from West once more. You're going to see him come up towards turn number 12. West's going to try it. And, well, is he going to get the move done? We can't quite see or can't quite tell. Yes, he does. West into the second place again. And, well, goes a bit deep once more. Hamilton then swipes across and shuts the door. And now Hamilton, look at this at the driver's eye. Might it be time to put some pressure on Oscar Piastri? Coming through the last few corners, 2 laps to go. Well, Lando Norris has dropped off 4.5 seconds now, the gap between him and George Russell. And it looks like Joshua Pierce will be potentially finishing in 6th today. And Lewis Hamilton coming across the line and DRS open, but not quite close enough to West to make a move. They've been swapping and changing the 2 Ferraris. Fred Vasseur said, let them race earlier this week. And let them race he has in this sprint race. But Oscar Piastri up the front and ahead. He's loving life out here. Well, you can see West slowly in the background, slowly starting to gain on the Australian. And Matt Papaya McLaren. Well, does Piastri then stay ahead and cross the line to win another sprint race this season. He has won, I believe he won the sprint race a bit earlier this season. In the sprint race he won in Belgium. Of course, and Hamilton and West going at it. And I think Hamilton almost had West up the inside. It wasn't quite to be, but Hamilton, well, we didn't quite notice it in the background. We were so focused on Piastri that we didn't really see him. Jack Doohan's also retired out of the race and he's pulled up to the side. And, well, I think that's at turn 1. It will be, well, we will see him in a moment. But Piastri, West and Hamilton still your top 3 here as we come onto the last lap of the sprint. Oscar Piastri can see West in his mirrors now. He's oh so close to the back of the McLaren. And, well, will we see a move maybe going towards turn number 1? Not quite to be, not quite close enough. from West. No overtaking, as there's stricken doing on the right-hand side of the track. But through the S's we go now, up towards turn number 9. And, well, this could be a big moment for Piastri in the World Championship. Getting some points over the Ferraris and building some momentum. Might it just be Oscar Piastri's day in the sunshine? Both of them will have DRS now. Going down towards turn number 12. West is right on the back of Oscar Piastri now. And now we're going to see all the way down towards turn 12. West has already got the slipstream. You can see he's picked it up all the way. And now, will it be enough? West still closing, gaining slowly. Maybe making a dive down towards turn number 12. Piastri pushes him all the way. Is it going to be quite enough? Piastri to the outside. Pushes West all the way. West tries to cut under. Hamilton's in the mix too. Dicing and all the way around. And West is going to try the outside line. Is he going to be pushed all the way like he was all the way earlier? West to the inside. Oscar Piastri side by side with West on the final lap of the sprint. Here we go. Piastri is all the way side by side. West still going. Not quite to be. It might be a rush to the line here. Side by side, going into the final corner. Is it going to be West? Is it going to be Piastri? It's going to be Oscar Piastri who takes the win here at the sprint race in Texas. And what a brilliant day it's been. Oscar Piastri is your race sprint winner here in the United States. What a day for Oscar, and what a day for West too, and Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton. A fantastic day then for Oscar Piastri and for McLaren, a winner a second time in the sprints this season. Well, rounding out the top 3, West and Hamilton in the Ferraris, and well, this might be how it ends this season. 5 rounds to go after the race tomorrow, and well, it could all go down to the wire. Piastri then picking up maximum points in the sprint, Russell with some great points as well for Mercedes, Norris, Pierce, Alonso and Tsunoda rounding out the point scorers, Sainz and Albon close to the points in 9th and 10th. Well, what it means for the Drivers' Championship, a Max Verstappen non-finish knocks him down to 3rd place in the championship. West and Hamilton now separated by 2 points going into the race tomorrow, but Piastri closes the gap to the top 3 to just 12 points. Norris on 196. But it could all change when next we go to the race here in the USA tomorrow.